bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. I need you guys to continue to pray for a couple of miracles. And my last couple of days in Taiwan, I've been reflecting on a number of things, and I really want to negotiate some things back home. I'm really struggling with work-life balance kind of issues. I need to be traveling like this more. I am having difficulty affording it, so I need you guys to pray that the God of Dislikes entrusts me with a trip like this at least every year, right? It really helped clear my head. You know, earlier today I thought about a couple of things I needed to say to some important figures in my life. I needed to apologize to a colleague of mine and also a friend of mine. And I also thought about some negotiation tricks that I could use at work. Right now, I'm kind of in a conundrum. I'm not sure if I'm gonna too strongly Peter dislike the commute next semester. And during my trip, I thought about an exit strategy. I can afford to quit one of those jobs. One of them isn't really that big, and what I can't afford is to burn the bridge. Right? I still want that option open for future, but I thought about some exit strategies in case. I mean, I hope not to actually use them. But the trip, the relaxation has helped me come up with that. And I also thought about some situations in my past that I could have handled differently. Now, I might not be able to change that, but those circumstances will almost certainly happen again, and I want to recognize that. And then I also thought about some, you guys have been following, I've been trying to find a misconnection from my past, and I really loved communicating about that. I really did, because even though I might not find her, I'm probably going to make more connections while trying to look for her. So I'm pleased about that too. You know what else I was thinking? Eventually, depending on how the situation plays out, eventually I might even contact a television program, because this is the kind of story that used to attract a lot of attention. I used to be a big fan of Unsolved Mysteries, and they did segments like this all the time. And maybe I won't exactly find her, but instead on the show I'll get to connect with a lot of other people, right? Who knows? Maybe I'll find an attraction to whoever gets to play her when we play that segment on the show, right? Who knows? But it's a good way to talk to a lot of people and interview for that show eventually. Whether or not I get on, I'll probably connect with a lot of people in the process. But this is a kind of clarity I wish I could have more often. And unfortunately, this is where the curse of being single comes into play. If there are two of us to take on all the tasks involved, I probably wouldn't have taken that faraway job, right? If there were two of us and one of us could take turns cooking our meals, maybe that long commute wouldn't be a big deal after all, right? This is where being single, and plus, if there are two of us, we could more easily save up for a trip, right? Maybe we might not come to Taiwan every year, but we could go to, somewhere else, right? Oh, yeah. Speaking of trips, last year when I went to the solar eclipse in Kerrville, if there were two of us driving, that trip would have been a lot more pleasant, right? You got to remember, that's a 15, 20-hour drive away. I'd get to a town that I want to see, and I have no energy left because I was the only one driving. If there were two of us, it wouldn't have played out that way, right? And so the curse of being single compounds on itself. It's like a rolling compounding interest, right? The one curse leads to deficiencies that cause other curses, and so on and so forth, right? That trip to Kerrville was not as relaxing. I come back, it doesn't improve my work performance or whatever, and then now I have to commute to a faraway job. You get the idea, right? That curse is just just compounds on itself, which is why I complain so much about it. It's not like oh you pay this one-time tax and you're done. It compounds on itself, right? I invite you to think about that. Anyway, so when I get home, I want to find 10 ounces of gold underneath my bed. This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum.